So what's going on, guys? This is Mando Godem Traders, and we're gonna be talking about natural gas and what's happening. Natural gas just came right back up. It broke from the downtrend, which is actually very good news. So I really regret not buying more at the dip, but I was maintaining my plan on entries and exits, and I've just been holding through to my trading style just because whenever natural gas kept going down, I was selling the rallies, buying the dips, selling the rallies, buying the dips, and only if it dips, that's when I would buy more. So that being said, if you guys want to find out what's happening, why is natural gas breaking up, is it going to skyrocket, what is the price that is going to go to, make sure you guys stay tuned and watch the entire video, because I see a lot of people do not watch the entire video, and you guys really should watch it because there's key instances where I specify why natural gas goes up and where do I think it's going to go up, and my strategies on entries and exits. So make sure you guys do stay tuned. So see you shortly. So what's going on, guys? Congratulations to those you guys holders that did buy the dip and that you guys were following me in Twitter, that you guys were following me in stock tweets. Congratulations to you. I just like to share my own trades, what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And if you are following it, now good, make sure you do your own research before you actually follow somebody else, because I've done that a lot of times and I lost a lot of money. So that being said, make sure you do your own research. However, for those that like to do your own research, give me a second. This is what I like to use, which is the HFIR weather website, which is a company that does a lot of the GFS ensembles. And basically what it gives you is how much HDDs or CDDs are being consumed, cooling day degrees or heating day degrees. That's what drives natural gas prices to go up or go down. So in this case right now, the 00Z is showing right now, right over here, 7.08 HDs increase, which is a lot better from being negative for the last few runs. Negative 0.04, negative 0.335, negative 0.808. You guys get the point, right? So it's being very negative, and all of a sudden we're positive. So the two that I focus the most is the 12Z and the 00Z. The 18Z, the 06Z, I don't really focus a lot because traders do not react on those runs, but they do react on the 00Z, which is the midnight, and the 12Z, which is the noon runs. Those two do react. And if you want to have your own live updates, make sure you look at the description down below. I have a link for HFIR weather website. Make sure you use that link because it does support the channel and it supports me in making sure that I can keep making videos for you guys. And basically, they're free. Who don't want free stuff, right? And just get my opinions on what I think natural gas is going to do. So I try to make as many videos as possible if there's something important coming up. Right now, the ensemble is showing an addition of 7 plus 7 HDDs of natural gas consumption, which it was very good. This is the chart. So this red line, again, that's the 30-year average. We want to be above the 30-year average. The problem that we had last couple days was that all the runs were below the 30-year average, and you can see the rest of the runs that were actually below the 30-year average. This one right over here, which is the 12Z, that was ran Thursday noon, it actually shows that it's still below. However, the rest still are showing now that they're above the 30-year average, which is good. Now, tomorrow we should see that 12Z go above the 30-year average and we'll be golden. I do not mind selling on the rallies and buying the dips. What entries do I get? That's based on the price action. If you don't know what price action is, what it is, make sure you go to YouTube, put price action indicators or plays or whatever, and it's going to show you. It's free, so make sure you take advantage of that. It also shows you what the ensemble looks like the 1 to 5 days. 1 to 5 days, very bearish, but I think this is already priced in. 6 to 10 days, half and half, yin and yang. Half of the United States is actually colder than normal, and half of the United States is hotter than normal. And then you go to the 10 to 15 days. 10 to 15 days is actually showing a little bit more bullish weather. So that's what we want to see. The Northeast is actually getting a lot of cold weather. And also the West Coast is getting a lot of cold weather. And also some of the states inside of this of the United States. Now, the reason that we had, by the way, HFR weather website, make sure you check it out. Let's go back. There's a lot more stuff if you want to look at it, but that's up to you. So the reason that we had this pump today, if you were watching my tweets in Discord and stock tweets, I said yesterday that the report was going to be very bullish. Any surprise is possible, but the consensus was, based on fundamentals and based on consumption, that it was going to be very bullish. So yes, this morning I did triple my position on natural gas. It skyrocketed to 2.30. From my knowledge, 2.30 was also a very good resistance. I decided to sell half of the position, and it did sold off almost all the way back down to where it started this morning. And I did buy the dip again, just because I knew that the extended forecast was showing some type of weather, bullish weather coming up. But just to clarify, weather can flip on a dime. If I had $1 for every time I said that, I'll be a millionaire. But weather can flip on a dime, and it's not very 100% reliable to count on it. That's why you see these waves on natural gas up and down, because it always changes. But what I want to see, I'm looking at the big picture of what's coming. So once the short-term weather models start confirming that this polar vortex is coming up, which I think this is why we had this last pump, right? Besides, 12Z was indicating a lot, the ECMWF, which is the European weather model, versus the GFS was indicating a lot more bullish consumption of natural gas than the GFS. And traders, I think, in my opinion, like to follow a lot of the ECMWF, which is a little bit more expensive, but GFS is just as good, and I like to also use GFS as a model. But also make sure you guys do your own research somewhere else. If you don't like HFI weather website, make sure you sign up to something. Or if you are a weather person and you know how to read maps, do your own thing. But what happened today was that the ECMWF 12Z, which is the noon weather models, was showing a lot more bullish position for natural gas consumption, and it pumped about, I want to say, close to 2%, which is about 6% UGAS, and it was great. Then I started digging more into it, and I found out that Siberia has warmer than normal conditions, which is going to cause cold front to come to the lower 48. And we also see that the Alaska ridge is holding, which will indicate, basically, if you put, how can I put it? If you put you have a flowing river, right? And you put a rock on this side and another rock on this side, where's the water going to flow? Well, it's going to flow through the middle or through the sides. That's basically what this condition state, is that if you have a ridge over here forming in Alaska and you have warm air forming in Siberia, the cold air has to flow somewhere, and it's going to flow through the middle, and it's going to go through the United States. I am not a weather person. This is just my opinion. So if you want to look what a ridge is, or what warming in Siberia means, make sure you go on YouTube, make sure you go to Google and look it up for yourself. But that's my understanding, and that's what I'm trying to explain it to you, so it kind of be a little bit easier, right? So that being said, I did sold at 2.30 when it went back down at around 2.24. I did bought again, and I'm holding my position because I said this is going to be a hell of a short squeeze. So to summarize it all, I think that this is going to be the mother of all short squeezes, maybe not to the extent where we reach 5.0 because of all the production that's happening. Previous last year, production was very low, and also storage was very low. So you don't want to go into deficit when it comes to natural gas, because otherwise we don't have gas to heat our homes. But in this case, natural gas bills are actually a little bit higher, not a little bit, a lot more higher than last year. So it's not reacting the same as it did last year. So I think the max that we can get, like absolutely max, is $3 for natural gas, which is still like 180% UGAS. If it goes to $3, you got about 180% gain on UGAS. So that's not bad. Just remember, UGAS has decay. UGAS has decay. It's a 3 times leverage ETF, so it has decay. I am playing Boyle calls because I can do options. So who don't want to do options, right? Liquidity is not as good as UNG, and I know a lot of people say, "Well, don't you trade UNG?" I like Boyle. I like the 2 times. It's me. It's crazy me. But again, to summarize it all, I think there's going to be the mother of short squeezes. Natural gas shorts are going to start covering, and with the polar vortex coming in hand, this is going to be a great run. I'm already in the green. I'm already making money. I'm happy with where I am right now. Again, I'll be selling my rallies at least 50% and buying the dips again, just because I know where the general direction of natural gas is going to go. So that being said, guys, have a green day. Let's make sure we get this guac money, and I will see you next time whenever I think there's any important news to share. So see ya. Bye.